morning. It's a little bit cold here today on the Sunshine Coast, as you can see. So I'm actually going to get dressed when we get there. But today we're going to Mount Tinbeerwah. So it's only 15-20 minutes from Noosa Heads. I think everyone who does van life in Australia knows Noosa quite well, which is also why they've got such strict rules up here for people trying to camp in their vans. Every single nook and cranny where you'd normally find a park in Noosa is signed with no camping. So unless you have a stealth camper van, I would definitely say you need to park in a caravan park up here. That's technically what I did if any of the authorities asked. But today, I think it's going to be another great walk. It's not a sunrise walk like last time, but should be lots of fun. Let's keep going. Today we're also talking about top 10 YouTube channels. These are channels that have really helped me on my journey over the years, and ones that I just really enjoy watching. So there are definitely some that are not in this list that I think would be great as well. But to kick off my top 10, without a doubt, the first guys would be Eamon and Beck. I remember they were probably one of the first YouTube channels that I subscribed to of the van lifers, and what I find really cool about those guys is that not only are they traveling around their own country, but they've been from Canada right through the US, Central America, down to South America, and now they've even shipped their van over to Europe, and then again into Morocco, which is where the van is right now, which is super cool, right? Like there's way more than what I could do from my little island here, Australia. So they're literally van lifers all over the world, and I've watched their channel grow significantly from less than 100,000 to probably almost 500,000 now, and the quality of the videos that they put out is pretty sensational. So I imagine that you've probably already seen their channels everywhere, their videos everywhere, but if you haven't, definitely go check those guys out. Time to get dressed.
Headlights in the driveway, walk and sit beside me, tell me where to go.
Barely into the walk and look at the view already. Pretty amazing, right? But the next channel up on Vanlife YouTube channels is MaxinLi. So they do have an amazing wealth of videos in their library, things that they've recorded over the last few years. They've been a channel that I've followed pretty much since the beginning. I think maybe because Max is also Australian, Lee from Canada. Unfortunately, they have broken up recently and no longer doing YouTube together. However, they still have some pretty epic videos that you can go and check out. And Max is actually, at the time of this, Max is building his new van, which will be driving around Australia with his dog Oki, and be Max and Oki moving forward. So he's building his new van on that channel right now, which is also really cool to watch some of the changes that he's making after doing van life for a little while. So if you haven't seen those channels, go check them on out too. Next up on Best Van Life YouTube channels, I want to give a shout out to Jake Frew. So Jake is another solo male van lifer, And what I like about his channel is actually talks about filming quite a lot. Now, a lot of the stuff he talks about is way too advanced for me. It's something that I'll never learn, but I've definitely learned a lot from him. I've got a lot of inspiration from him. I really love the way that filmmakers put together a video. It tells a story all the time, rather than just that vlogging style, which can be, you know, really thought-provoking, and it invokes an emotion from you, right? Which is super cool. And I always try and do that in my videos when possible. It's not always possible, but I try and do that as often as possible. So if you haven't seen Jake yet, he travels around the US making some epic videos, living in his van. He's got this massive desktop computer that he edits all of these videos in. So another really great channel to check out, especially if you are interested in getting video tips on how to record and edit and upload YouTube videos.
Got me singing like got me singing like got you singing like got you singing like
Next up on the list is the Matneys. So Aubrey and Christian, a young American couple who also traveling all the way through North America and South America, some really epic journeys, some crazy journeys. I forget where they were, like somewhere where there was a bit of civil unrest, which was pretty crazy and amazing that they caught it on camera. But they're not afraid to get into the action and share that with everybody. And yeah, they've just had a really fun journey along the way, trying to figure out who they are as they're starting to get older and you know, come into who they are. So another really great YouTube channel to check out as well. The next three channels are all solo dudes as well. So first one, Living the Van Life with Chad. That guy, he captures some amazing footage. I mean, it must take him the entire day to film some of his videos and then probably another 3 days to edit them. He does them so well. It looks like he goes into so much effort that it looks like he has a full camera crew following him around and getting really epic scenery images of him driving the van into all sorts of crazy stuff, like out in the snow. And so yeah, definitely check him out for some really great cinematic work with his filming and so forth. The other one that I've followed quite a lot in the early days was Nate Murphy. So he has a lot of van build videos. So if you're in that stage, it's good to figure out sort of what type of layout you want and what you like about different vans and things like that. And then the final solo male van life YouTube channel is Kite Van Man. Alex. He's just a dude who's, you know, super chill, travels around in his van, does what he wants, makes money online, and yeah, he's in Morocco right now. Like, he's another guy that's traveled around all parts of so many different countries all around Europe and the world. And yeah, so that's another one. So check out those three guys as well.
I'm holding out my hand, I'm throwing you a line. You could turn me down, but I hope you let me try to be all I am. I'm a makeshift man, yes I am. And if you're lonesome, I can be a friend. And if you're broken, I'll fix you up again. I wouldn't let you down, I'm gonna go all out.
How awesome is this spot? It's literally like a lounge chair. Definitely sat on less comfortable ones in people's houses, that's for sure. But the next one that I want to talk about is Sarah and Alex James, 40 Hours to Freedom. They're someone that I followed for a little while as well, but now they've gone into more van build. So they're actually putting out a lot of van build content. Again, another one that's really good for you to check out if you are trying to figure out what type of van to build, what you like about, you know, certain vans, what you don't like about them, so you can try and get it just right for you. But you know, there are a couple who you know, traveled around a lot of I think North America. I'm not sure if I saw videos of them in South or Central America, and they did some really cool stuff there, so definitely go check that.
And if you're broken, I'll
about southeast Queensland is that right here I'm like in this amazing mountain walk, but right behind me, that's the ocean right there. And it's the same whether it's the Sunshine Coast or the Gold Coast. Within 20-30 minutes, this is only a 15-minute drive from the ocean. You've got amazing hikes and hinterland like this. And it's just like, what else do you need in life besides the ocean and the hinterland and amazing weather?
Oh, yes, I will do anything it takes, and I won't give up until.
And to round out the top 10, I've got 2 more channels, and they are both Vanlife couple channels. First one being Trenton Ali, so they're North America YouTube channel, doing some really cool things. I actually learned how to use my composting toilet off those guys. And the indie projects, so in Europe, B and Theo, doing some really cool stuff over there. I actually don't follow too many European channels. Sometimes I think there's a part of me that thinks it's just way too cold over there, and why would I want to do that over there? But then again, so is the northern parts of America and Canada. So that rounds out the top 10, and I'd love to know from you down below, what other channels are your favorite? Comment that down below, and we'll have a really great resource here for people to check out.
Give you all I got. I'm gonna give you all I got. I'm gonna give you all I got.
What I really love about the van is that I can just finish my walk straight away, walk into the van, and then start making my tea or whatever drink that I want. A little bit of a fun fact about me is that my previous business was in the natural health space. So I'm a massive health and wellness nerd. And when it comes to like morning elixirs, I've got all the stuff. And something that I've been putting on to people just recently, because still a lot of people are very scared of salt. When it comes to Himalayan salt, it actually has 84 trace minerals and elements that your body wants and needs, and it's super alkalizing, so it's great. And it's also a natural electrolyte, so it's actually really great for before or after a hike, to really hydrate yourself again, to get the blood flowing, to get that, get your body rehydrated, because you might get headaches if you're not hydrated and so forth. So that's definitely going to be going in. Now, sure, for the first few times, it doesn't taste super great, but your body is actually roughly about 60% salt water. So your body will crave it once you get used to the taste, and once you get rid of all of the, once it sort of gets rid of all of the chemicals your taste buds have been hijacked by. But I'm also going to add in some greens powder. I forget what this is, maybe like alfalfa and wheatgrass potentially. Zinc is super important these days. Everyone's probably low on zinc, and it's going to be more important than ever before to be getting zinc into your system for a whole host of reasons, which I will not go into on this particular video. And I've also got a beauty blend from Superfeast. If you want to check out superfeast.com.au and you use the code FASTWAYTOHEALTH 10%, that's an affiliate code from me. They've got amazing stuff from medicinal mushrooms and tonic herbs and all sorts of stuff. But that's what I'm about to put into my drink in just a second. But before I wrap this up, I want to give you 2 more channels that are sort of bonus tips, because first of all, the first one is the nomadic movement. So those guys, Jordan and Kaylee, they used to travel around in a van, like an old school bus, but now they're actually bought some land in Panama, which is like, that's my total dream, right? My dream is to go around Australia in the van and then buy some land and start building a bit of an off-the-grid community for people, for van lifers to come to, for just people to come and hang out, and really build up this self-sustaining place where you're growing your own food, where you're living off the grid. I think that would be a really good place to spend a few months of the year, maybe even most of the year. We'll soon see once I do get to that point in my life. So shout out to them. Go check out those guys if you're interested in that. And shout out to my friends here in Australia. There's very few people doing van life channels well in Australia. Hopefully mine will grow and into something that is doing quite well. But shout out to nomads around Australia. So Christina and Kevin, I've got a van tour coming up on their channel very soon, but they're up and comers. We've been talking a lot about collaborations and things that we could do together. So definitely check those guys out as well. So time for me to nerd out on some health drinks and get all this good stuff into me. But thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.